Hello friends and hello students. My name is Ashok Jhala. In this session, we learn the unary operator overloading in C++. So first I share my laptop screen and here fix the position so you can watch better my video lecture. And here Turbo C++ is there. I just double click and take some time. And now yes is open. Alt F file menu and taking new file. And here our code. Uh, unary unary operator overloading. Yes, operator overloading, that is using friend function. So in my previous video lecture I take the first part and unary operator using member function. Now we can use friend function, and here we can fix the uh, like plus plus, that is a first we can say that prefix and then postfix. So both we have to use prefix and postfix, and also minus means sign bit we have to overload it. So here we can three function of find function we have to, and you have to know rules of operator overloading is a assigning new tasks, new behavior, or new uh, existing operator new assigned to the meaning, that is known as a operator overloading. So here we can use the friend function, and that rules is the one argument is required to unary operator, because friend is not a member of that class, but after all that is access the private member. So here our first, so I cannot revise all because my first session I can all theory part I also cover what is operator overloading and what is the rules of friend function in unary and binary, and that is the member function. So that is one only rules. Unary operator member function there is no require any argument, but friend function require only one argument. So we can focus unary operator, and there are possible is a only four operator unary, like plus plus, minus, prefix, postfix, increment decrement operator, and arithmetic plus and minus, that is sign bits. That is also used in binary, but here we can use sign bit. So minus sign we have to use. Okay, so now start our session. IO stream.h, with help of practical we can understand better way. So IO stream, input output stream. Stream means collection of bytes. So here ponyo.h and then our class, and that is a simple or test, that type of meaning. And here give any class name, but first we can save our file, and then we can say that unary un and then friend, first three letter of un and friend, then we can identify unary operator overloading using friend function. So cpp is a extension, and here our take the x only one variable, and then public part we can define our constructor, and then you have to know very well there is a default. First we have to constructor and assign x to 0. Yes, so after we can one parameterize, but first we can simple default constructor, and then one get x. So that is a return our x value. So we cannot use here show or display that type of return x. Yes, and then we can friend keyword friend, and then first time return type void. We then after we can also return object. So with argument with return object, that concept also cover in this session. So here our that is fix, we have to know very well. Operator is a keyword, and our plus plus is a operator name, and here we can pass the our object as function argument, and that is a reference data type, not simple, that is reference name, that is ampersand is a new meaning in C++ reference variable. And then here I why write again, because here first I can show you, then we can understand very well. So I just remove, and we can first define only one. So how we can distinguish the postfix and prefix in, that is very important. So that is a that how compiler define that is prefix and postfix. So we can design second member friend function, but here I defined only one, and you have to know that is a friend function. So require the unary on object as function argument must be, and here reference data type means reference of object. So there is no taking new object, that is give the new name of exist passing object new name that location. And here normal function take that definition because that is a friend. So void, there is no any class membership is appear, and plus plus, and then here simple and ampersand temp. Okay, and then just we have to here that is a no any we can say that return. So here we can say that temp dot x, and then we can just that value is increment plus plus. So yes, so that is same. Okay, so now we can define our main function. Yes, so that is the last section, and here we can take sim first. We can clear the screen, and then s1 plus plus. So yes, I first print out. Okay, so that is a you here, that is a we can say that implicit call. There are two technique calling. So here s1 object x value is, so we can identify that is a s1. How? S1 dot get x, so directly that print, not we can use display or show that type of function. And here we can define, yes, first I define that yes object. So here I define simple s1 and s2, so that default constructor call and x value is 0. And here I just copy these two lines and test, yes, and then here I give the implicit calling and plus plus prefix, and then s2 and here also print like s2 and s2 that get member function call. So yes, now I get ch, yes, and first save is ready, F2 I save and then compile. Yes, any one warning is there? Yes, that is a warning. Yes, I defined the two, but here I only one. So what is a warning? Overloading prefix operator plus plus use is a postfix operator. So one operator both use. So here by default is a we can say that that use is a prefix, not a postfix. So how compilers identify that is a prefix? So how we can design is a postfix. So that is very important point. So there is no any error, but just warning is there. So warning is that you can use that postfix is also use the prefix that same operator only one. We can design only one operator overloading, but that is a demanding the postfix operator. So how compiler identify? So that is a by default is a use is a prefix. We can define the postfix. So first I run and then check our value, and then I define the postfix. Yes, so slash n is needed, and s1 object x is 1 and s2 object x1 is also 1 because plus plus. So there is a 1 because when our constructor is called, that time x is initialized to 0 here. We can 0, and then s that is implicit call, that directly that function is called implicitly plus plus. So that value is 1 add plus plus. Okay, so also you can give like that x temp dot x and then plus 1. Yes, plus sign and 1. There is no any error. Yes, let us check. First I run again. Yes, no any error. One warning is there. Yes, so that overloaded prefix operator plus plus use is a postfix also. Postfix also same here. That warning indicate that is a prefix is perfect because that is a by default is a prefix word. So plus plus. So how is a postfix is there your function member function? So you can define also postfix. Okay, first we can check, yes, there is no any error, same value, and we can provide in the here endl. So every time that is same line is print, endl is a taking new line, and that is a manipulators you have to know very well, I think. So now that is run again. So that is now come to, yes, we can better understand x, s1 x is a 1, s2 object x is 1. So give proper message. And so we can, why use this long statement? So just I plus plus. So now our warning we can solve, and that is first I try, but after showing you a warning, and now I remove also warning. And how we can define? So here that is a way in C++. Here just pass in. That is not argument. That is a signature. That is work as a postfix increment, and that is a prefix. Default is a prefix, and here is a postfix. So I just copy this and uh, copy and paste. So compiler is identified that is a prefix and that is a postfix. So we can design two, and here just comma and integer. That is not argument. That is a work int data type is a signed bit. That is a postfix. We have to. So here postfix, and here we can give the prefix. So here I plus plus. Yes. Now that is, I think, any error. Yes, there is no any error. Warning is also gone. So warning is 0. First warning is 1. So we can, why warning? Because we can try the postfix is a same prefix operator calling implicitly, not explicitly. So now the question how to call the explicit, that is also possible. So now I first compile and then run. There is no any error. There is no any warning. Yes. And now I call this like we can declare two other member and simple, and then S3 and S4, and we can call the explicit. So how call the explicit? So S2, yes, and then we can that here we can use the like operator. So directly operator, yes, and then plus plus and pass to our S3, that is a explicit calling, yes. And then I print same, yes, I copy this line, and here I print again, and that is value of S3, yes, I message change, and also S3, that is a change. So how we can call? That is a prefix call. So here again I copy these two lines and paste, yes, and here we can pass the S4, and then we can like sign bit, I think, just int, and here I call the 4, yes, and then here also 4 as object 4, yes. I think any error is there? Yes, one error is, but we cannot pass integer, but yes, we can define the plus plus sign, so then identify. So here mm, before that sign we have to use, so then is increment or decrement, that because both are same, because that not we have to distinct, so same way we have to calling. So yes, that is not possibility, I think. Yes, let us check if any possibility is there. Yes, not because that is a sign bit here, so we cannot like look like this. So let us check. That is giving error. Yes, that's not possible. So yes, that is not any one way is there, because that not we can define. Yes, that is not any error. So we can take this way because that not any way. So that is an implicit calling. Yes, that is compiler automatically take that decision, that is prefix and postfix, because that is I think any no way. Yes, yes, I think so. Implicit calling and explicit calling. Okay. Now one important, we can use the sign bit. Yes, and that is we can use the operator overloading, and that here I use friend function, and we can return object that time directly, and operator is a keyword and minus sign bit, and here I define the simple, and here that is a object as function argument. And also we can define one parameterized constructor. So then and then that sign bit is used. So integer a, and then one parameterized constructor x equal to a. So why I can define one parameterized? Because we can call in operator, Yes, so I just copy yes and paste. So here, yes, the return data type is a class name, simple, yes, our class name, and here sign bit is chain minus, and here, yes, that, and here we can return, and that time one parameterized constructor is call. So here we can take as a sign bit minus, yes, so that is a minus. So here we can use minus sign, yes, prefix, because that is sign bit. So yes, there is no any error, but we can assign. So how that calling? So here I define the s phi, yes. So and then minus s4 that assign value. So how its value is now? Let us check. So here I print s phi, yes. So s phi minus value is there. Okay. So yes, minus phi, and here s phi. So minus phi s1, that value s4 value is a last time we can increment. So that time I think 1, yes, 1 or yes, 1 is there. So yes, minus sign bit is there. So all are 1 1 1. Again we have to call that time 2 is printed. So minus s5 value is minus 1. We can assign the s minus 1 that value. So minus and then assign. So that time that one parameter, that constructor here, you can look, our constructor is calling. So implicitly, not and we can explicit here give the just class name. So that is also taking no any error. So that is implicit. You cannot give any object name or class name, and that nameless object is created and directly call this one parameterized constructor, and then a assign minus, and that assign minus to this x value. Okay. So here there are two possibilities, implicit and explicit. So here nameless object, and here we can also no name, that is nameless object. So here passive explicit is also, there is no any error, and that is same output. Yes. So I think you can understand. And now turn to very important point, prefix and postfix we can assign to other variable, that is a distinct. So here now what to do, we can also return this prefix and postfix both return data type. I remove this void and for class return data type. So all are three is a object as function argument and return also value, and here I give the return data type, and here like simple, yes, and now is return keyword is there, return, and here also I give implicit or explicit, both are valid. So here I, and then also call the one parameterized constructor now. So that is a, we can define previously one parameterized constructor. So yes, yes, return, yes, return, yes, and then simple, or you can directly that time here I take one implicit and other is a explicit, yes. And now we can take what happened. So here can use simple, yes, and then s1 value, that is a only I think one, yes, s1. So s6, yes, s6, and then I equal s1 and plus plus. So what happened? So s1 value x is a increment 2, but s6 x is a only 1, because that first priority is a initialization and then increment is there. Okay. So that is happen. So now I print both value. I just copy this line, and here two times, because one is our value is a s6. Yes, first I print the s6 old, that is 1, and s1 now is value is 2, because that is after initialization, then is plus plus. So here s6 and here s1 we have to combine, and then what I copy these all parts, and then here we can take s7, yes, and assign plus plus plus. So and here assign 2. So I remove, so that plus plus sign. So first plus plus s2 all the value is a 1. So first 2 plus plus, so that 2 value, and that is also first after that initialize. So S7 and S2 both value is a 2, not a 1. So in yes, here I now S7 or okay and S2. So here also I change. First we can 7 and then 2. So let us check. That is a we can initialization, postfix and prefix is different. So I just revise these rules. So you have to know very well. Here the precedence priority rules first initialization is done. So S1 old value is a 1, initialize S6 and then plus plus. So S2 is a next 2, but S1x is a 1 and S1x is a 2. And here in not a first prefix, so first plus plus, so 1 to 2 value and then initialization, so that S2x is 2 and S2x is a 2, so both are 2. So let us take how it's possible. Yes, there is one. Yes, what happened? So okay, so here we can define not implicit last name giving compulsory then and then that yes, what happened? Yes, so type okay, so yes, here I not give yes, return data type is void, so that is giving the error. So that is not we can implicit also call, but I can give the error. So that is no requirement. Yes, there is no any error. So that is yes. So yes, look first we can S6 assigned to S1 value. So S1 value, old value is 1, that assign X6 and S1 after that plus plus. So that value is 2. But in prefix, S7 and S2 both are 1, 2, 2. So that is a distinct in initialization. Priority first prefix is first priority and postfix is a equal operator, that is first priority, and then postfix is after that increment that value. So I think you can understand. So very simple thing is there, and here I can so many testing. Here implicit is there, here explicit is here, and also we can calling implicit and explicit is also possible. And here we can also take implicit, like here we can give the operator and then assign that argument object as function argument. Okay, and here we can like which function we have to call, that is a here. So that is a sign bit we have to minus, like here. So here was, and that time we can, I think, yes, let us take any error, no error. So that is also explicit calling. Okay, so there is no any error. Yes, minus minus 2 times, so we can remove 1, so because that is 2 times minus minus. So yes, now it good work. So minus 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 plus, so that is not giving them that minus value. So 2 times we have to not use. So 1 time in argument here that minus, and here also I minus. So that is 2 times. So I think that is implicit, explicit, all here. You can also call here like explicit. Yes. So here we can give the parenthesis. That is also possible. Yes, there is no any error. Yes, what happened? Yes, parenthesis. Yes, here we can plus plus. So here we cannot just argument we have to pass. So there is no any error. So that time we care because we have to that object implicit and explicit. That is a in here also. So here we can operator. Yes. Okay, and then we can just only yes that argument. That's so yes, there is no any. So implicit and explicit both is calling. Yes, so but we have to not distinct that time here how prefix. So you can look in our output is changed because all are 2 to 2, because here that is a prefix call, not postfix call. So here we cannot change because that postfix is not work, because directly prefix is work. So here we can, I think, first prefix and then postfix, I think, whatever. So here plus plus after, or no, here not there. Here we can all prefix is there first and then postfix. So I change just as previously. So here can after plus plus, yes. So that is yes. So you can know very well. We can call in both implicit and explicit. So that is a, I think, complete my session. We can overload it plus postfix, prefix, and minus sign bit. That is a unary operator. Okay. plus plus prefix, postfix, both we have to design, and friend function and object as function argument. Okay, so first session include file, then write this program to your notebook. Yes, class, I just yes, all our class is there. That declaration, that simple integer public default constructor, one parameterized get x, that is very important. That function we cannot take any get, show or any other display function directly. That data encapsulation is bundling the member and mem function in single unit, so we can separate the x and return to the main. That is very important. And then after we can define three friend function, so prefix, and that is a postfix, so that is a work as a sign bit postfix. Okay, first time compiler give the warning, not take any error, but warning is there, so we can also remove the warning. And then minus sign bit I overloaded. So all are object as reference argument, and here also we can testing, that is a implicit, and here nameless object and calling the one parameterized constructor, so we can take the one parameterized constructor. So here nameless object concept is what, here no name is nameless object, and here specifically implicit calling. Okay, so yes, and then sign, yes, you can write this all three member friend function definition that like look like normal function definition and look like normal function calling. Here we can call implicit, and here we can call explicit, and also we can testing here implicit and explicit in all. Okay, so main function, that last part you have to write in your note. So I think you can understand. So in also in my first session I not cover the implicit and explicit, only implicit at calling unary operator using the member data member function. So I just give you idea in here that session. I not forget, so I write this session in improvement, so here in comment line. So member function when calling the, here give the idea. So member function whenever required, so you can just call like look like I just in my previous video lecture I not cover implicit only. So how to call the member function? So one, I open that command line one, and operator, because operator is a now in member function I explicit how to call, give the idea. So operator is a keyword, yes, and then plus plus, yes, plus plus, and then you can directly call, yes, there is no any argument, because that is a member function that I can give the explicit how to call it. Okay, and then like s2, and then operator, yes, and then plus plus, and here you can pass just int, yes, so that is a prefix, and that is postfix, so that is a operator member function, unary operator overloading, that is a explicit how to call. Some student write in comment section, so I give the idea. So that is a not concept related to this topic, is related to that. That is a friend function we can unary operator overloading. But in my previous video lecture, I only cover the explicit calling, implicit calling I remaining. So I just give idea in this session, so that you can also take advantages. So you can just s1, because member function is a dot and that is calling. Here we cannot take, here you look, here we cannot take any dot because that is a friend function. But whenever member function directly you can take the advantages. So that is just for your reference, because that is a not member function. Here we can use the friend function, but you can implicit and explicit calling both way in also in member function. So you have to know very well, but I give the just idea. So now I just remove this statement because that's not related to this session, because that is a friend function. But you can apply this statement explicit in that previous my video lecture. So okay, so I remove this part, yes, save, yes, and compile, yes, there is any error, and last time run, yes, so all are well. So now complete this session, write this program to your note, just C++. I just step by step revise and step by step I explain. So that is pause session. I write wait for your write to your note in class. Yes, that is a class over. There is I only repeat all, and then for member function there are friend function, that normal definition, and then last is our main. Okay, so all main are in one screen. Yes, so last, yes, so here only get ch is there, so you can write this not. Yes, just one line. Yes, okay, so after that is only get ch. Okay, so I close this file, yes, and message and quit. So subscribe my channel Ashok Sijalakuni, press the bell icon to never miss any update. Thanks for your watching, supporting, and sharing my video lecture. And any question for regarding C++ or this definition, operator, overloading, member function, unary operator, or friend function, write in comment section. I give definitely to answer, or any other definition or any other program language. So write in comment section. So thanks and Hare Krishna.